Welcome to your AI intelligence briefing for April 15th, 2026. We're tracking a major shift in the AI landscape today, a critical move away from general assistance and toward very specialized, high-stakes applications. First up, let's look at the markets. Venture capital investment in AI has just obliterated all previous records this quarter, hitting a staggering $300 billion. Now, this isn't just another funding boom. What we're really seeing is a consolidation of power that could fundamentally reshape the global economy. Over on the policy front, a pretty significant split has just opened up. OpenAI is now officially partnering with the Pentagon. Meanwhile, its main rival, Anthropic, has been blacklisted. They've been formally designated as a national security supply chain risk. And we're also seeing what looks like a real turning point. The combination of advanced AI and mature hardware is finally bringing humanoid robots out of the research labs and into our factories, and maybe even into our homes. Okay, let's get to our lead story. This incredible consolidation of capital and power that's happening in the AI sector. We're witnessing the rise of a whole new class of corporation, one that basically functions as a core piece of national security and economic infrastructure. So, OpenAI has officially closed a historic $122 billion funding round. At the exact same time, reports are coming out that venture firms are valuing its competitor, Anthropic, at nearly $800 billion. Let's be clear, numbers like these effectively price out anyone but the most powerful nation-states from the race to build frontier AI. You see, this isn't just about market share anymore. It's become a high-stakes competition for intelligence itself. And that competition is leading to a profound and very public split in both strategy and philosophy. And this slide really illustrates that divergence perfectly. On one side, you have OpenAI rolling out its GPT-5.4-Cyber model, designed for defensive cybersecurity. But in contrast, Anthropic's model, Mythos, which is actually more powerful and can autonomously find new security flaws, is being kept completely under wraps in an invite-only research group called Project Glasswing. So here's the bottom line. This split forces a choice. Companies can either go after government contracts and follow a utility-first model, like OpenAI, or they can prioritize corporate governance and a safety-first approach, like Anthropic, but risk getting shut out. That choice is what's defining the new geopolitical landscape for AI right now. Now, let's turn to our next story and see how all of this is moving from the digital world into the physical one. The abstract power of these AI models is literally starting to take on a physical form. For the first time, breakthroughs in AI are making a mechanical workforce a reality. The hardware is finally getting good enough, just as the AI brains that can power them are becoming widely available. This slide really highlights the forces that are coming together to make this happen. You've got new AI foundation models like NVIDIA's Project GR00T that let robots translate plain English into physical actions. At the same time, labor shortages across Asia and Europe are creating a huge demand. And then the final piece of the puzzle. The cost for these commercial units is dropping below $100,000 for the first time. The scale of this economic shift is just massive. We're seeing a full-on race to deploy these robots, with companies like Tesla, Boston Dynamics, and Hyundai all competing to get their machines into logistics, manufacturing, and other industries. But all of this rapid technological change is happening against a backdrop of global regulatory chaos. And that's creating a really complex and challenging environment for every single company in this space. Here in the United States, a fierce regulatory battle is underway. On one side, the Trump administration is pushing to preempt state-level AI laws, trying to create a single national standard. But on the other side, states like California, Colorado, and New York are charging ahead with their own specific regulations on everything from training data to employment bias. And if you look internationally, the picture is just as complex. The European Union is thinking about delaying parts of its big AI Act, while countries like Korea are moving right ahead with their own frameworks. For global companies, this is creating a really confusing patchwork of rules to navigate. So for businesses, here's the crucial takeaway. Both regulators and insurers are now demanding provable security controls. The cyber insurance market is even introducing what they're calling AI security riders, making specific safeguards a requirement for coverage. AI-specific cybersecurity isn't a best practice anymore. It's become a condition for just being in the market. So what does all this pivot from digital chatbots to physical and defensive AI, mean for your daily life? Well, the impact is becoming a lot more direct and a lot more personal. It's changing how we interact with technology itself, moving us beyond the screen. And it's also changing how we access fundamental services, starting with something as important as healthcare. Take Apple, for example. They are betting on a future that is not tethered to a phone. The company's developing a whole suite of AI wearables. We're talking smart glasses and even AirPods with low-res cameras. The whole idea is to give a completely reimagined Siri, which is reportedly going to be powered by Google's Gemini models, the ability to actually see and understand your physical environment. And in healthcare, this shift is already causing a major disruption. A new Gallup poll, which you can see visualized here, shows that 14 million Americans have now turned to AI for medical advice. And if you look at the chart, the main reasons are the cost and the lack of access to traditional doctor visits. This is really signaling the first large-scale displacement of primary care by algorithmic systems. So to wrap up, today's developments really signal a fundamental shift away from the era of chatbot novelty. We are entering a period of physical and defensive realization, a capital-intensive struggle to deploy intelligence at scale. And this leaves us with a final thought. We are watching in real time as the very operating system for our physical world and our digital battlefield is being built, and the race to control it is far from over.